Some people in Hollywood can be exploited, but a few are untouchable. Denzel Washington is one of them. For over 40 years, he's avoided scandals, factional games, and controversies, maintaining a career so clean it almost feels unreal. Then something happened that made Hollywood pause. Not Denzel, not the media, but Katt Williams. Known for saying what others won't, Katt delivered a chilling warning. Don't mess with Denzel Washington. Katt didn't arrive in Hollywood as a product of the system. He rose through stand-up comedy, confronting taboo topics like power, money, and hypocrisy. His tours sold out, his specials dropped rapidly, and he became one of the most successful comedians of his era. His talent later earned an Emmy for Atlanta, proving he was recognized beyond comedy. Yet Katt's career was never without turbulence. Legal troubles and public incidents labeled him hard to control, a mark that distanced him from Hollywood's inner circles. Still, he refused to compromise his autonomy, turning down deals that crossed his boundaries, and continued thriving independently. From his unique outsider perspective, Katt understands Hollywood's rules. Privileges come with hidden conditions. Silence is required, and autonomy has a cost. He now goes further, highlighting which stars can be pressured and which are untouchable. When Katt speaks, Hollywood listens, not because he attacks, but because he reveals truths the industry can't ignore. Those who don't need backing and refuse to stay silent become unpredictable, variables, and variables are always watched. After his appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt Williams didn't add accusations or retract statements. He described Hollywood's structure, not individuals, drawing a clear line. Some stars the system cannot control and should not touch. Enter Denzel Washington. In a world where compromise drives careers, Denzel is the exception. For over 40 years, he has built a career almost impossible to replicate. 2 Academy Awards, Glory, Training Day, over 50 films grossing more than $5 billion, and roles that double as classroom case studies: Malcolm X, Remember the Titans, Fences, The Equalizer. In 2020, the New York Times named him among the greatest actors of the 21st century. Yet his career wasn't forged in backroom deals or scandals. Denzel doesn't chase controversy, align with factions, or rely on media stunts. His respect is universal. Audiences trust him for quality, colleagues admire his discipline, critics praise his craft and box office influence. Denzel's personal life reflects discipline and faith: a 40-plus-year marriage, 4 children raised privately, no scandals, and ordained as a minister in 2024. He doesn't seek approval or craft an image. His independence, no leverage, no vulnerabilities, makes him untouchable. His story shows that lasting success doesn't require compromise. Boundaries, discipline, and faith protect against destructive cycles. In Katt Williams' framework of Hollywood privileges and costs, Denzel is the untouchable variable. Not perfect, just independent. He selects roles for substance, not trend or profit. He avoids collective cover-ups during industry scandals. He offers advice, not gossip, reminding younger actors to leave the party before it gets dangerous. His silence is not submission, it's strategy. And that is why Hollywood watches him carefully. Decades of observation show Hollywood isn't toxic from the start. It becomes risky when personal boundaries erode. Denzel Washington demonstrates this principle. He has maintained a 40-plus-year marriage, avoided prolonged party circuits, and openly practices Christian faith. In 2024, he was ordained a minister, making faith a structural part of his life. These choices eliminate leverage. No private scandals, no controversies, no need to curry favor. In a system built on risk management and image control, independence is power. Denzel doesn't confront Hollywood publicly. He simply sets boundaries through his lifestyle, role selection, and ethics. His career proves that autonomy doesn't limit opportunity, it ensures durability. Katt Williams approaches the same truth from the opposite direction. Outspoken and anti-establishment, he calls out Hollywood's hidden privileges and collective protections. He names names, Kevin Hart, Ludacris, to illustrate favoritism and accelerated careers, often in blunt, controversial terms. Denzel, by contrast, rarely criticizes. In interviews and essays, he emphasizes faith and personal choice. "I'm not afraid. I don't care what people think. Everything I've achieved comes from God's grace." Through silence and example, he demonstrates the same operational lesson Katt shouts aloud. Hollywood runs on privilege, conditions, and dependence. The convergence is clear. Risk emerges only when individuals rely on the system. Katt confronts, Denzel exemplifies. Together, they define the untouchable boundary. Reactions underline this dynamic. Kevin Hart mocked Katt. Ludacris denied any connection. Yet those close to Denzel, like Brandon T. Jackson, praised Katt for transparency and recalled Denzel's advice: leave the Hollywood party 30 minutes before the devil shows up. Katt Williams has never explicitly targeted Denzel Washington. Viral videos claiming he warned Hollywood about Denzel are social media speculation, not verified sources. The connection between them lies in shared principles, not personal alliance. Both operate as outsiders. Denzel withdraws quietly. Katt observes and speaks bluntly. In the early 2000s, Denzel left a party attended by Sean Diddy Combs after noticing something amiss. Katt, years later, described attending elite parties to observe who benefits, not to participate. Neither referenced the other, yet both follow the same strategy: avoid staying long enough to pay a price. The logic is clear. Katt criticizes stars who rely on privilege, accelerated advancement, and collective protection. Denzel does not fit any of these categories. His career spans decades, with 2 Oscars, billions at the box office, and universal respect. His private life is discreet, his faith public, his independence unassailable. He is a red line the system cannot touch, not because of protection, but because he doesn't need it. Their approaches converge. Katt calls out the system. Denzel lives outside it. Both demonstrate that risk emerges only when individuals depend on privilege. Attacking Denzel would yield backlash from audiences, peers, and critics. Attacking Katt would amplify his message. The result? Avoidance. Hollywood does not confront them, not out of fear, but cost-benefit logic. Denzel provides no leverage, no scandal, no need for favors. Katt cannot be silenced. He thrives independently and speaks consistently. Together, they define a structural boundary, a living warning that not all careers can be controlled. Hollywood recognizes the limits of its power. The final lesson is simple. Privilege accelerates careers, but boundaries sustain them. Katt exposes the cost of dependence. Denzel proves it's possible to succeed without paying. Any attempt to cross that line would be a miscalculated risk. If you loved learning about the iconic stars of old Hollywood, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories, trivia, and all things vintage glam. Join the conversation in the comments below. Who's your favorite old Hollywood celebrity and why? Make sure to ring the bell so you never miss a new video on the golden era of cinema.